Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Breath Base. I'm Michael. This morning, we're going to talk about the three most important things in Qigong as far as a moving practice. And those are breath, posture, and mind. These three things make up a Qigong practice and really allow us to access this deeper part of Qigong, this Wu Ji place where we go into a space of no thingness. Right? We're not stuck in a space where we're thinking about something. We're not stuck in a space where we're heavy with desire. And this is not necessarily clearing your mind, but ultimately we're working with the breath, we're working with a strong posture, and we're steadying the body so that in the long term we can get the results of having this relaxed state of being, this ability to flow, this Wu Wei, allowing us to really be non-reactive and to not be as stuck on certain things. So for instance, let's say our bus doesn't arrive on time. You don't have to get upset about it. You can just kind of relax, right? You've built your practice, you've trained your mind, you've trained your body, you've trained your breath to be able to notice when you maybe get out of sync and to just snap back really quick. And so with your posture in Qigong, you really want to work with lengthening your spine. You want to get very tall. You don't want to overdo it and pop your chest up and forward and use your low back. You want to just really think about, these are the three cues that I give in almost every video, is just thinking about lengthening through your spine a little bit. So you're getting just a little bit taller while still being heavy through your bottom. So you're heavy through the base of your spine, and then you exhale all your air out with your shoulder blades down your back. And you're constantly adjusting as you do your practice. A lot of the practices that I teach are seated, mostly because I think it will benefit a greater number of people to really start this way and to be able to subtly sense energy and to just give people more stability. A lot of people starting a moving practice or a Qigong practice, to put them up standing will be detrimental to their posture, to their breath. And in this space, you can adjust much better. So that's posture. Breath, it's very important to sync your breath with your movement. So for instance, I'm inhaling, raising up, exhaling, back down, and really slowing down, just slowing down your breath, not rushing. There's certain breath postures where you do things a little bit faster, like for instance, Shi Shi Hu, where you're and exhaling, but for the most part, we want to try and slow our breath in the beginning stages of Qigong, where we're really trying to build awareness in our practice. And now also with the breath, you start to calm the mind too. So the mind is a big part of the practice, posture is a big part of the practice, and breath. And when you're using the breath, you can start to clear out parts of the mind. You cannot completely clear the mind. That's just not going to happen, and that's not a great cue to have from teachers or from other people to say, oh, you need to clear your mind. It doesn't work like that. But with the breath, you can start to control the mind in a certain way through the breath. So for instance, you can start to relax the mind, right, which is a form of control to some degree. You're working with the breath, so you have that space to really control the breath, and then the mind can begin to relax, and the mind can then start to release control of itself, if that makes sense. So it's very important these three things are combined together. And then we have mind. So mind is very important that when we practice, we have an intent. A lot of different Qigong practices have an intention. So for instance, you have ones that will help to build your tendons and work on marrow. You have ones that are strictly more medical, that I'm trying to maybe heal from cancer. Okay, let's work on that specifically. Maybe you want to get into Qigong just to feel energy. Or maybe you want to do martial arts, which is a form of Qigong, and you want to really strengthen your body. So having that intention there is very important. So that's mind. And then also having an intention as far as, you know, what you want your practice, what you want to gain from your practice each time you come into practice. So that would be like, I want to have maybe better posture, or I want to have this time to feel more healthy and gift myself this time. And the more specific you can be with your intention, the better you can get results. So that's really important. And then also just overall being able to work to calm the mind through the breath. So they're very interlinked, using visualizations, so noticing certain things in certain postures. Certain teachers will give you certain cues, like for instance, there's maybe like a rotating of an energy, a clear white energy around you, and some of these things have been passed down for 1,000, 2,000 or more years, and so they're very tradition based. These are things that are taught in other systems too, like for instance Hatha Yoga. There's very specific ways to do meditations, and I highly recommend that when you start a Qigong practice, that you start intuitive. Maybe you start to just do some basic movements as you watch some YouTubes or you learn from channels like this, but that over time you create and do a system. You do a system from a master, and that you can really learn that system and learn these techniques that have been passed down for thousands of years. So very important that you over time have a system, but that you understand that starting a Qigong practice, really all you need is your breath, your mind, and a great posture in order to start a practice. So those are the 3 beginning points, and then from there you can start to build from your intuitive practice of just playing around with things, and that's what I'm going to do here, is teach you more about that. But again, having a system. So have a system, find one that works for you, and that is mind, breath, and posture. Thanks for checking out BreathBase. I'll be bringing out more content. Please like and subscribe. It will really help our channel. I really want to try and bring stuff out almost every day because I'm so filled up by Qigong. It's changed my life in the last year, and I've really been practicing every day and trying to bring out everything that I'm learning. I've been studying every day and trying to bring out just the easiest teachings, because Qigong and yoga can seem very like high, just woo-woo and super far out and hard to comprehend. And I want to try and keep things as simple as possible for you. So I'll be having that on our channel here. Thank you again. Also, you can check out classes that we teach on Wednesdays. You get 60% off there. Come to class. Come check out a Hatha Yoga class or a Qigong class. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much for checking out BreathBase. Bye-bye.